Saurabh sir helped me a lot in memorizing those drugs, and he made the subject very easy. In fact.
I used to ask him, should I stop this? I am not able to continue.
I don't have such a timetable or this.
Ride this car to one pulse and he says, Mama, look, this is mountain.
Enjoyed the internship journey. That I didn't even attend any classes during my internship.
So this is finally the coffee with the mission. Because today now we are here with all our top rankers of NEET 2024 at DBMCI MDS. And we are going to start this coffee with the rankers session with all of you.
So with your sheer determination, you finally cracked the code, you finally cleared the examination, and we've been interacting with you for the past 1 year with extremely, with sheer determination on your faces, and now we see your happy smiling faces. So I think that's a wonderful thing that we have. We can have a small introduction starting with you, Doc.
Hello all, I'm Dr. Shilpa. I have secured an All India rank of 137 in NEET MDS 2024. I'm basically from Kasaragod and I've done my UG from KMCT Dental College, Calicut. And about my family, my father was working abroad but currently he's settled with us here. And my mother is a homemaker and my sister is working as a consultant and associate professor in audiology at Father Muller's.
And this was also your first attempt at NEET.
Yeah.
Big congratulations to you, Dr. Shilpa. What about you, Dr. Nihala?
I am Dr. Nihala and I have secured All India rank of 362 in NEET MDS 2024. And I am from Calicut and I completed my BDS from GDC Trivandrum. And about my family, I have a 3-year-old baby and my husband working as a mechanical engineer in a construction company in Calicut itself. That's all.
You're from GDCH Trivandrum. Alright, that's beautiful, Dr. Nihala. What about you, Dr. Risana?
Hi all, I am Dr. Risana Jasmine. I secured a rank 116 in all NEET MDS 2024. I completed my BDS from GDC Calicut. I'm basically from Calicut. And about my family, I am a mother of a 2-year-old child. And my father working in abroad and my mother is at home.
Alright. What does your husband do, Dr. Risana?
My husband is an engineer working in Delhi.
Dr. Madhumita.
I am Dr. Madhumita. I secured an All India rank of 213. I did my UG from GDC Alapura. So my father is a urologist, my mother is a homemaker, and I have an elder brother, so he's an engineer in Canada.
And Dr. Asna.
I'm hailing from Ernakulam. I completed my BDS from GDC Kannur. For my family, I'm married. My husband Shafa, he's doing he's work as a manager in Shilpa Zila Hospital, Lahari. I have a 3-year-old child. I secured a rank of 185. Then, yeah, that's it.
So you are the international student we have, right? Like staying in Bahrain and studying with the app in India and then finally coming to India and taking the exam. Alright. So heartiest welcome to all of you. So
Yeah, so I mean, realizing this that, out of, obviously we have so many selections, but right now we have 5 of you in our round table and 3 of you already, you're married and you have kids. So like 60% of the attendance, we were like, you've cracked the examination with the added responsibility of managing your household, your kids, and that just goes to show that the sheer hard work can take you places, right? So now guys, I think you've cracked the exam now, and now the main thing is what subject. Now the entire stress is on your counseling and your choice of subjects. So what subject are you looking at? What's your first preference?
I actually prefer taking ortho. According to me, nowadays people are very concerned about how they look, how they appear. So I guess the demand for this branch is ever increasing. Yeah. And the scope is immense. Not just ortho, everything, but I personally prefer taking ortho.
taking ortho. You're not worried about a lot of consultations that you need to do with ortho, a lot of traveling
I'm
that is
ready for
involved.
that.
You're ready for that? It's great to hear, sir, because women initially used to be a lot of there are a lot of taboos that you should not travel much, especially when you have families. But I'm very happy that you've chosen ortho as the dream branch. What about you?
Yes, I would like to choose prosthodontics. When I delivered the first danger of that smile of my patient, that fulfilled my heart.
I would like to take endodontics because I done my house surgery during COVID times, and so I missed so many opportunities to do RCT or something. But extractions and other words, I started from third year onwards. I know I have faith that I know something, but in case of RCT or something, I missed a lot of opportunities due to that COVID wave.
Okay.
So at that time, I decided if I got a physics, I want to take endodontics.
What about you, Dr. Madhu?
Ma'am, I would like to choose pedodontics, ma'am. Okay. Because I feel that, it's a department that requires a lot of patience.
Correct.
And you become a jack of all trades also.
Correct.
And I genuinely develop a connection with the kids somehow. So it makes me happy.
Very good to know. Dr. Asna?
I really want to do endodontics because in my UG days, my sirs always says that my work is really good.
Great. So, guys, tell us, take us through your journey also. I mean, these clearing, these competitive exams, they require sustained motivation, as all of us know. So, relentless hard work sometimes kind of, leads to mental fatigue. In between, you have these mental breakdowns. In between, you are completely demotivated that, probably success, I won't be able to see that success. You continuously working hard for, say, a protracted period of time, 1 month, 1.5 months, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm too tired for this. And how will I be able to sustain that level of hard work for a long period of time, for 6 months, 10 months, 1.5 years from there? So, what was your strategy like? Did you take adequate breaks in between, or were you the believer of relentless hard work? Come what may, I will not stop. So, how did you kind of do your time management in that sense?
Where did you start? When did you start?
After the internship, I was left with 3 to 4 months to consistently prepare for my exam. And during that period, I worked consistently for 12 to 13 hours a day. I solved as many MCQs as much as I can. And as sir has already mentioned, I was suffering from emotional breakout. But what I did was I took power naps. Also, I took myself a break and engaged in those activities that I personally enjoy doing the most.
Like what? Like what?
Dancing.
Okay. Very good to know.
Yeah, that's it.
That made you happy during the preparation. So, when you did your live classes in the internship time, how did you manage? It is so difficult to do
It
clinics
was very
also.
hard. I was left only with 5 to 6 hours a day after my clinical posting.
Yeah.
But somehow I managed to allot at least 2 to 3 hours a day attending the classes and just going through the topics.
Okay.
And I must say the notes that the faculties provide is precise. It's like a comprehensive version of whole dental subjects. So I was very confident about that.
Okay.
We can have night duties. So the fact that DBMCI MDS is providing notes as well as those timestamped notes with the recordings, the recorded video lectures. I think some of you, if you miss out on those live classes, you can always catch up with the recording. So I think that comprehensive delivery of content, I think that really helps them, right?
So, did you only read those notes and
Yeah,
that was enough for your preparation?
yeah, that was
Enough.
full.
But you did it again and again and
Yeah,
again. That's
the topics multiple times.
multiple times. That's also the key. I mean, students usually complain that I'm tired after college and I can't attend, but she's sitting right here with us, and she's one very big example of when you are determined to do something, the tiredness is just here. So great, Dr. Shilpa. How did your journey start? You started after your baby and
yeah.
everything. So
Yes.
what motivated you to start preparing for PG?
Yeah, I always dreamt of to take a PG seat.
Okay.
My brother is also a doctor,
Okay.
and my sister-in-law is also doctor.
Okay.
So I always inspired from them. I started my preparation after having my baby. Then I started learning the recorded classes and that notes, I revised the notes multiple times, regularly giving GTs and T&D always.
So what was the total duration? You said you started in September. So you had 6 months of preparation.
Yes, 6 months.
So did you also do some preparation in your final years or internships?
No, I enjoyed the internship journey. That I didn't even attend any classes during my internship.
Okay. Okay. And what was your study material?
Regularly followed what Bhatia taught us, our live notes, recorded classes, e-Gurukul app. I blindly followed all this.
So you also, Dr. Risana, you started your preparation during BDS or after getting married and after the child?
That's normal, but during November, I made so many mistakes and repeats. But I made correct all the new questions that came. So I realized that I want to get them.
Who recommended DBMCI to you? I mean, why did you choose DBMCI?
Dr. Ashik is my batchmate.
Okay.
Dr. Aishvarya, she got ranked in 2022.
Okay.
She's also my batchmate there. Okay. They always keep calling me and motivating me. You can do it, you can do it.
Did you also go through the notes that DBMCI gives you?
No.
You didn't go through them. You made only your...
Last month, I go through that previous year questions and that's it.
Yeah, after every section. Did that help? Okay.
And guys, how were the morning motivation sessions that were taken by ma'am? I think, for instance, I have attended them a few times and I got motivated to work harder. So I think...
I think Asna was there most of the days.
Yeah.
After all the works that household works and everything, I make the food in the morning.
What time did you get up?
4 o'clock. So my study started with morning motivation session because it is in 6:15 that time.
Okay.
So then after I study.
I was just being very, boastful of myself that I get up at 4:30 and I do my work and then I get back. Look at Dr. Asna, she gets up at 4 in the morning and does all the household work and then is motivated enough to spend the rest of the day studying. It's great, I mean, that's very good. And what about the rest of the day? I mean, how did you manage the other parts of the day?
I don't plan so much because if I didn't complete that I will miss it. Yeah. So I just have that in mind, like that I will do this in this day, and I will try to complete it. Most of the days I will complete that thing in that day.
Correct. So whatever you plan, you finish it.
Yes,
You don't leave it incomplete. So again, with the baby, playing with your books.
So, and who were your favorite teachers at DBMCI MDS and what were your favorite subjects? Was there anything that, for instance, you feared the most during your BDS days and somehow those subjects actually changed into your favorite subjects during your preparation at DBMCI MDS? Give us some more insight on that. Yeah, Doc, tell us.
Favorite teacher?
Sir, to be very frank, dental materials was a very dreadful subject for me. For the first time when I attended your lectures, I used to be so patient, because I didn't have any idea. So there were times when I used to watch the lecture twice actually. So I feel dental materials actually for almost every aspirant it will be a little difficult subject only. But we can't ignore the subject because it carries a lot of weightage also. So I have attended Aishwarya sir's live class and through the final lab also I was there. So finally in the exam now when I was attending I felt like it's a pretty easy subject. It's not that difficult. It's just that it's not taught in the right way. Yeah. Then with patho and micro also, ma'am, my favorite was Sushant sir because it's a very vast subject and questions can come from any part. So Sushant sir made sure that your notes are very concise, and so it wasn't. After he taught us, I understood that the subject isn't that dry. Again, it's a way how he teaches, So eventually, patho and micro also became my strong subjects.
I think a lot of questions were there from patho and micro.
Yes, ma'am. With respect to medical subjects, we need to be strong with the basics of patho, micro, medicine, and pharmac. These subjects should be strong because it carries a lot of weightage. And sometimes it's the medical subjects that makes a
rank go up and down.
Yes.
What about pharma? What about Saurabh Bhatia sir's class?
I have no words, ma'am. See, because I love the teacher so much, no, I never went for the recorded versions. I always attended the live classes so that it feels very, we are talking to him in person. You get to ask a lot of doubts also. So, like by the end of this class, also, pharma that wasn't a big problem for me. Like, I wasn't that scared of pharma. Yeah.
What about you guys? I mean, which was the most feared subject, and then it helped you understand? The classes helped you, or the recorded versions helped you understand?
I made all the notes that given by sir. Even though in the last few days before exam, he is sending that MCQs in that
Quiz also.
yes, that all helped me.
They help you. For an intern, everything is difficult.
Yeah.
But for me, pharmacology was a bit difficult because the subject is itself very vast. So I found it very difficult to remember all the drug of choice in one go. So, but the Saurabh sir helped me a lot in memorizing those drugs, and he made the subject very easy.
Be having some bad days also. I mean, certain days when you don't feel like studying, or you feel like it's worthless. Why am I doing all this? How did you tackle all those difficult days?
Ma'am, if I had a difficult day, I won't force myself, ma'am. Like the main thing with respect to me, what is different is I had time because I took a proper 1 year gap, no? So I had the privilege of time.
Okay.
So like for the first 6 months, I actually enjoyed the process. I didn't think it as I'm preparing for a competitive exam. Anyway, we are developing some base, no? So it won't go anyway. So I was properly enjoying the process. So that wasn't a problem. And whenever I had a bad day, there was always Ashik sir. I have to say this. I always messaged him, and I used to ask him, should I stop this? I am not able to continue. I mean, now when I look at that messages, it's fun, but those days were really bad for me.
It was really bad.
But he was always there. He was the one who pushed me till the very end.
That shoulder you need. You definitely need that senior's shoulder to, cry upon sometimes and make you happy. What about you guys?
There are so many emotional breakdowns during the preparation. I used to see so many motivational videos, hear music in between. That and my family also. My family encouraged me a lot. My husband, my brother, everyone
Very supportive.
supportive.
A few days before the exam, and when we had a word, you were running in the hospitals taking care of your child.
Me also.
I'm talking about you only.
I also got.
You were also sick. Okay.
Not well.
Okay. 1 week before the exam, and you and your child were dehydrated and you were admitted to the hospital. So weren't you scared? I mean, the exam is just 1 week away, and I'm sitting here in the hospital. What was going in your mind at that time?
But little, I messaged Dr. Asna, one of my friends also. But they all always give me confidence. You can do it. You have.
What about you, Dr. Shilpa? I mean, your internship had just finished.
Emotionally drained, I was frustrated.
Why?
I don't know why. But actually, I was so frustrated, and my parents were supporting me like anything else, and realizing that my parents had faith on me actually helped me in overcoming the problems of self-doubt, and that they actually helped me a lot.
Their trust on you is a very big motivation, I think. I remember my mother used to give me these fruits, cut fruits, during the evening, when I'm studying and I'm not coming out of the room for a very long time. She'll send some fruits. And I used to be like, kya fruits? Itna time lagega isko khane mein. It'll take such a long time to finish that plate. But then I realized, okay, she's doing it for my sake. So I think that is a very big factor, I mean. So a lot of students ask us that how many times should we revise? So what do you guys have to say for that? Like, how many times did you finish the whole syllabus?
Actually, what thing about, if you remember it, that's it.
Okay.
So I have done more than 5 times. I don't count it.
Okay.
But I know that I have done it when I remember it.
How do you check whether you remember it or not?
Doing MCQs.
Doing MCQs or tests maybe. So that will tell you what is your weak point, which you need to do again.
Yeah. If you study, but the answer was wrong, there's no point of studying.
Correct. So you revise that more.
Yeah.
What about you, Dr. Madhumita?
So I agree with Dr. Asna. Like you can't really say how much times you revised actually. What I can say is that what I did is I always maintained a contact with the other subjects. Like after one live class is over, and like if 5 live classes are over, it shouldn't be like we have no contact with the first subject. Like you have to go back, revise again and again, and make sure, especially on your weaker parts, you have to do it more specifically. So I guess I might have done 3 or 4 times, and with my weaker subjects, I would have definitely done more than 5.
More than 5, 10. So did you also have that feeling that when I'm doing anatomy, physiology and coming to ortho, I've forgotten anatomy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Does
definitely,
that happen?
ma'am. Of course. I mean, like, or you will feel like you have no idea of that subject.
Ah.
That kind of level it went.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
panic levels.
That's very stressful.
Yes,
Yeah.
panic levels will.
Very true.
I mean, I have communicated this problem. I feel everybody will have this problem. Like you feel like the subject has got out of your. There's a point where you feel it's on your fingertips, and after some time you feel it's there.
Probably when you answer the question,
Yeah.
you don't remember.
But the fact is, not it's not like that. You will definitely, if you develop your concepts, the concepts will remain there. That you are just missing the facts here
correct.
and there. So you have just to keep on revising. Actually, revision is key. You have to start from the beginning, if you ask me. You shouldn't wait till like I will complete 19 subjects and then I will revise from the beginning. Don't do that. Make sure that we always keep on revising in.
What about you guys? How many revisions did you do, Dr. Isana?
Notes I revised 3 times, and that pulse we have one guide, and Gurugul app also 3 times I done all the questions.
Times you've done.
I used to do that PCTs after not at that time only, because after 1 or 2 subjects are completed, I do that first PCT.
Okay.
I think that it's usually useful, because if we have done that PCT at the ending of that exam, I have done everything correct.
Correct.
So I think that
So that's a very smart strategy that she gave the PCT, the post-class test, the test that happens after every live class.
after
But-
3 subjects,
Yeah.
initially I give that first.
Correct. That's very smart of you. I mean, usually after the class you will
Initially
remember.
I have done at the end of that subject. At that time I got 1 or 2 mistakes. I
Correct,
did.
correct. But after a few subjects, you come back to that PCT and again you
It's a
take
kind
it.
of revision, and again from that Bhatia Calicut Center we have a separate exam.
Okay.
That also helped me too.
Okay. What about you, Dr. Nihal?
I revised around 4 to 5 times whole syllabus. I feel how many times you are seeing a topic is more important than spending more time with a subject. I found which is my weak subject, and I spend time on it, and seeing more number of times will help a lot me.
I think every time we read an explanation, no, we get something new.
Yes.
Oh, last time I didn't read this, or maybe last time I didn't pay attention to this. This time, oh, this point is also there. So every time you get something new from that explanation.
Absolutely. Like as they said, correctly said, that counting the number of revisions actually does not matter.
Does not matter.
It is actually, repeatedly getting to the right answer and, just firming up that concept. That is what some people might do it in 4 revisions. Some people might need 8 revisions. So ultimately you have to see your goal and do the minimum of negative, choices, in the examination.
What was the best feature of eGurukul Lab?
Bookmarking. Bookmarking.
Okay.
Because it's easy to filter what the questions we went wrong and what are the questions we don't know. So it helps in revision. Bookmarking is the best feature.
Great. What about you, Dr. Madhumita?
Ma'am, same thing only. Like we can revisit the questions again. We can know where we went wrong, but so that we won't make that same mistake again. So I feel bookmarking is definitely
Bookmarking and the subject-wise questions, so that we can choose that particular topic and do MCQs on that particular topic.
SWTs helped you a lot.
Yes.
Great. How much time did you give for theory, and how much time, if you have to divide your day percentage or your preparation? So some people read more theory and do less MCQs. Some people do more MCQs and less of notes and everything. So what was your division between the conceptual theories and the MCQs or the tests that you gave?
It's basically depends on the subjects for me, because if I felt like I don't know the subject, I first go through the theory, then the question.
What were those subjects?
Medicine,
Medicine.
micro, patho,
Okay.
medical subjects.
Okay.
But For the dental subject, it is okay.
Quite know the theory, yeah. Okay.
So, you guys were studying alone, or did you choose any study partner to study with you for your entire preparation?
I was in.
It was alone. Okay. What about you?
Alone.
Alone.
Oh, your child was studying with you. He was probably doing his post MDs with you.
Actually, my pulse is getting mountains.
Okay.
So I give one pulse to him and I study other pulse.
Okay.
So he ride his car through one pulse and he says, "Mama, look, this is mountain." Like that.
Okay. So, if you want to give credit, I mean, of course, your hard work is the primary factor that got you the rank. But apart from that, if you want to give credit to one thing or one person, who would that be?
My mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law. And what about you?
My parents, ma'am, both.
Your parents? Okay. Dr. Isana?
My husband, my parent.
Husband and your parents. So, your family.
My husband and my mother-in-law.
What about you? Some special friends? General friends? Only friends? You can tell us about that. I mean, friends.
You know, 2 or 3 important highlighting features which come to your mind, which you want to genuinely advise your juniors and future aspirants for.
First, we need brain and courage, then consistency. That's it.
Try to enjoy the process. I know it's a competitive exam, but still, if you are like super stressed, no, you won't be. I was for the first 6 months, I was like super relaxed. Really. I was thoroughly enjoying only. Like what I meant by enjoying, I meant I used to listen to classes and all, but in a very relaxed manner. I used to. So enjoy the process. Eventually, if you have of course dream for that, and the thing is, if you are serious about this, definitely you will have doubts in the middle. You will feel like giving up.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I think Ashik sir or someone said that. See, if you are feeling that you want to give up now, that means you are doing something and you are in the right track only. I definitely felt to give this up. I am open about it. Like 1 or 2 times, I seriously thought of giving this up, but somehow I am glad I continued.
You continue.
So, like till the very end, you have to do this. It might be a long journey. For me, it was a very long journey. For it took proper 1 year.
Dr. Sana, advice for your juniors.
I cannot say how many hours that I spent to study, because I don't have such a timetable or this, but I can say be consistent in your studies. That I should say. And also one point, society always says to see what mistakes we are doing, not be in that. Be yourself. We have idea what we have to be, so be consistent. Because I faced a lot from a society that why you are not going to clinics and sitting with baby like that. Even though I am in Delhi, somebody used to call me, and after all that conversation, they become, why you sitting like this? Why? But
It's a very big roadblock. I think.
I think everybody has to face that from society.
I feel consistency is the key, and our dream, our inner fire will motivate us. And one of our Zoom section, Himani ma'am said, "Your feet in floor and eyes in stars." that motivated me a lot.
To be very honest, I was not that brilliant student during my academic years. So my advice to the future aspirants is that if I can do this, every one of you can do this. Just be dedicated, consistent, do your part, and leave rest to God. That's it.
Very crisp, concise advice to all the future aspirants, right? There is one question I would like to ask from all of you, that what do you feel, when is the right time to start the preparation? When did you start? What is the ideal time to start the preparation?
Internship is good time.
Why not third year? Why not final year? Why not first year?
Yeah, first year is yeah.
Do you think that the preparation should be started from the first year itself?
Yes.
Right.
You have to be thorough with every subject from first year onwards.
Right.
And from that perspective, because you have less subjects to cover, I think there would be much less stress, because you're not supposed to do all the 19 subjects in 1 year. If you start your preparation in first year, you just have to do 3 or 4 subjects, and second year again 3 or 4 subjects. And so internship actually becomes a ground for revision. So that is the most suited timeline that we realize that we feel at PMC.
I guess internship is the best period to start the preparation because you'll be having some amount of basic knowledge about the final year subject from which most of the questions are framed. So I find it very helpful to start the preparation during the internship.
Actually, in dentistry, the final year is so difficult and so demanding that it becomes very difficult to manage a lot of things.
But what is the advice you would like to give to the future aspirants that when they should be starting their preparation?
I think the earlier you start, it's always better. You know, as a Gujarati, they say कि जितनी जल्दी market पे आओगे, उतनी जल्दी it is better. Same for the academics also. I think the earlier your base is strong. For me, my first year, second year was like, it's a college. Why do you need to study in college? College is for fun. So to go out, but I would have been a little more better with my preparation had I started it in the first, second year only. Just a little time, have all the fun that you want to have, but some hours, 10 hours a week, something like that, if you can give, it'll be really helpful. I mean, you can really crack it in the internship only. Probably you'll save that 1 year of drop if you start.
Especially in the digital age, when during your college you do not have to go for live sessions in coaching institutes, you always have the luxury of having recorded videos, right? So in first year, I mean, the most difficult subject is anatomy. So what if you have recorded videos of anatomy and you start preparing? So that would help you in your university exams also, and it would help you when simultaneously, without any added stress, you are solving your MCQs. So I mean, I think that is the smoothest and least stressful way to actually start preparing for your competitive exams. I think, and going forward, I think all the students are getting so tech savvy, right? And they're also so aware of what the future holds, right? For them, we used to live in ignorance, isn't it? That we will see after 5 years what we are supposed to do. But nowadays, people plan 5 years in advance. So I think this is going to be a normal routine trend that students right from their first year they start preparing. So I think in that sense, taking recorded lectures during your first year, second year, third year, and then going for live sessions during your internships, during the latter part of your career, during the latter part of your undergraduate days. I think that is really going to help students crack the examination with the least amount of stress, most conceptual background, and probably having higher chances of cracking the examination in the first attempt itself.
Alright, so very quickly, Shilpa, we'll have this rapid fire round with you. You have to answer everything in one word or a few words, alright? And very quickly. Which was your strongest subject that you banked on? Pharma. Your weakest subject? Concern Indo. Your favorite faculty?
Himani.
Okay. Your favorite male faculty?
Aishvarya sir.
Okay. Are you saying that because he's
No, sir.
One subject you didn't like at all?
Concern Indo.
Okay. Most boring subject? Okay. Any subject which you felt was very boring but the faculty made it very interesting for you?
Pathology.
Pathology with Dr. Sushant?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Your biggest fear while you were studying?
Fear of losing.
And your biggest fear on the day of exam?
Time management.
Time management. Okay. What was your state of mind one night before exam? One word.
Really nervous.
Nervous. Okay. Any friend who helped you would like to take their name?
I'll tell my cousin Kalu.
Kalu? Okay. Alright. Who did you tell your result? Who was the first person who told you your result?
My sister.
Your sister? Okay. Total number of hours that you studied in the day?
It was during the last 4 months I started preparing consistently, and during that period I spent around 12 to 13 hours.
12 to 13 hours towards the end.
Yeah.
Okay. One total number of hours that you spent on social media?
Hardly 1 to 2 hours.
Hardly 1 to 2 hours. And what was that for?
Instagram.
For Instagram? Okay. Okay. One shortcoming of e-Gurukul?
There were certain questions that were not correctly marked. Like there were some wrong answers in the app.
The options A, B, C, D don't
Yeah.
make sense. But the explanations, did you find the explanations to be
Yeah.
proper?
Yeah, it
Which
was
is the
proper.
uploading of answers probably was happening. Alright. One best thing about MDS Live app?
It was like precise, and they are actually providing only the things that are needed for the exam point of view.
And one shortcoming of the Live app?
I didn't find anything.
Didn't find any. Alright. Thank you so much, Dr. Shilpa.
Rapid fire round for you, Dr. Nihala. So which was one subject that you banked upon?
Oral surgery,
Okay. And which was your weakest subject?
pharmacology and medicine.
Who's your best faculty? Most favorite?
Himani ma'am,
And best male faculty?
Aishvarya sir,
You. And best female faculty?
Himani ma'am.
Of course, she is the best. And which subject you did not like?
Pharmacology and community health dentistry also.
And which was the most boring subject that you thought was?
Community health dentistry.
And any subject which you felt was boring, but the faculty made it very interesting?
Pharmacology.
Okay. And any subject you started liking because it was taught by a smart faculty?
Pathology, pathomicro.
Right. And biggest fear while studying?
Fear of failure.
Interesting, right. And biggest fear on the day of the exam?
Negative marking.
Yeah. So again, in a sense, fear of failure.
Failure.
Right. And how was your state of mind one night before the exam?
Full blank. Mine was full blank.
Did you have a good night's sleep?
Yeah, I sleep.
And any friend you know that comes to your mind who really helped you in the time of?
Yes, one of my friend. Now she's doing her SR in GDC Calicut. Dr. Stodi Purnima. She helped me a lot.
One person, the first person you called after the result.
My husband.
And total number of hours you averaged while studying?
8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10
Hours per day.
And total number of hours that you spent on social media?
1 hour.
One shortcoming of e-Gurukul that you thought was there?
So many uploading mistake, I think, in e-Gurukul, especially in PYQ sections.
And the best part of MDS Live?
I like everything in
Sessions.
section, interactive sections.
And one shortcoming of MDS Live?
I didn't feel any shortcoming.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr.
So now let's start with you, Dr. Risana. Which was the subject you banged upon?
Oral surgery,
Which was the weakest subject?
microbiology.
Which was the best faculty? Himani ma'am, you have got a lot of fan following going on here. Then, which was the best male faculty?
Aishwarya sir.
Great. Again, you also have a good following, huh? Which subject you did not like?
Biochemistry.
Biochem. All right. Which was the most boring subject for you?
Biochemistry.
Biochemistry. Okay. Any subject what you were feeling is boring, but faculty made it interesting.
Yeah, it's pharmacology.
Pharmacology. Dr. Saurabh Bhatia.
Yeah.
Great. Any subject you started liking because it was taught by faculty?
DM, dental materials.
Dental materials. All right. Biggest fear while studying?
Losing, fear of loss.
Fear of loss. Biggest fear on the day of exam?
Time management.
Time management. How was your state of mind one night before the examination?
I was relaxed and cold.
You were relaxed. Great. Any of your friends who helped you a lot?
No, my husband and my son. They have
Your husband and your son. Who was that one person whom you called up after the result?
my mother.
Your mother. Total number of hours you studied on a day?
8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours. Total number of hours spent on social media?
Less than 1 hour.
Less than 1 hour. All right. On Instagram? Watching reels?
Yes.
Okay. What was the one best part of MDS Live app?
We can see it in recorded version. So
Okay, you got the access of pre-recorded videos. Great. And what was the one shortcoming of MDS Live app? There was no shortcoming
None.
as such. Thank you so much, Dr. Risana.
thank you.
So next in line of fire is Dr. Madhumita. So quickly tell us, which was your favorite subject that you banged upon?
Oral pathology.
Oral path? Okay. Which was your weakest subject?
Biochemistry.
Okay. Best faculty? Okay. Is it because I'm sitting here?
No.
Best male faculty?
Aishwarya sir.
Okay. Which subject did you not like?
Ma'am, dental materials.
Okay. Was it the most boring subject also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Which subject did you feel it was not nice or boring, but the faculty made it very interesting for you?
Ma'am, dental materials I thought was boring, but it was made interesting by.
Bye, sir. All right. Great. Biggest fear while you were studying?
Ma'am, will I not reach my goal?
Will you reach or not? All right. Biggest fear one day before the exam?
Ma'am, will I crack under pressure?
Will you perform well under the pressure? All right. Which feature of e-Gurukul helped you in revising the syllabus?
Ma'am, bookmarking. So we could we revisit.
Because of bookmarking the questions that you did now. All right. Another feature of either of our apps, either e-Gurukul or DBMCI Live, that helped you in time management.
Ma'am, we could set the timer for every grant test, for every test.
Okay.
So that helps.
Setting that timer was a very good
Yeah.
feature. All right. If a friend who has really helped you through your preparation,
My best friend, ma'am, Kavya.
sorry,
My best friend, Kavya.
Kavya.
Ah.
Okay. All right. The total number of hours that you spent in studying?
Ma'am, 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours. Total number of hours you spent on social media?
Ma'am, very less than 1 hour.
Less than an hour. Where on social media?
Instagram.
On Instagram. All right. Who did you see on Instagram?
Reels.
General reels that come upon. Any favorite reel that you had?
Ma'am, like, in Hindi there is one motivational song, no, like, there is, I don't know the song, ma'am, but whenever anybody achieves a goal, they put that song. So that kind
Okay,
of.
the reels on those motivational
Yeah.
songs. Oh, all right. Okay, one shortcoming of e-Gurukul that you found.
Ma'am, again, there might be some mistakes in some question, contradictory answers.
Okay.
So,
Were they solved immediately by faculties?
yes, ma'am.
How was your experience on doubt solver?
I used to screenshot the questions, put in the Premier Telegram group, so and tag the faculty. So they used to almost immediately they will answer.
Okay, which faculty was the quickest in answering the doubts?
Aishwarya sir.
Aishwarya sir. Okay. And what is the best part of the live app that you found?
Ma'am, like it is, even if you are not able to attend, it will be uploaded on the app the next day.
Okay.
So,
Even if you miss the classes, you have
okay,
the live
perfect.
version along with the recorded version. All right. Any shortcoming of the live app that you said?
it's not a shortcoming, ma'am. Sometimes the classes may go for 4 to 5 hours. So we should have the patience
The
to.
patience to sit. And how was your experience on Telegram? The group.
Almost all faculty used to answer immediately. So like even if they didn't answer, I used to message them personally also.
Okay.
Like and whenever they are free, they used to answer.
They are responsive personally also. Right. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Madhavata.
So now, Dr. Asna, it's your turn for the rapid fire round. So tell us which subject you banked upon, which was your strongest subject? Weakest subject?
Microbiology.
Okay. And who's your best faculty? Yes. And best male faculty?
Aishwarya sir.
Okay, thank you. And which subject you did not like?
Microbiology.
Okay. And again, most boring subject? Is it the same?
Yeah.
Microbiology again? Okay. And any subject that you felt was boring but it was made interesting by the faculty?
DA.
Dental material. Okay, thank you. And any subject you started liking because it was taught by a smart faculty?
Oral surgery.
Wonderful. And biggest fear while studying?
Forgetting.
Okay, forgetting. Okay. And biggest fear on the day of the examination?
Time management.
And how was your state of mind one night before the exam?
Calm but nervous.
Okay. And any special friend or your support system who helped you out during a time of crisis?
That's my husband, Chef.
Great. And one person whom you called after the result?
My mother-in-law.
Okay, that's wonderful. Any specific feature of e-Gurukul that you thought really helped you in your revision?
Yeah, final lab, everything.
And in terms of time management?
We can select the time. We can select the time. According to that, we can.
Like the timestamp
Yeah.
notes that you got?
Yeah, there's 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 60 seconds.
Yes. Any shortcoming that you found for the e-Gurukul app?
Sometimes my network's problems.
I see. Okay. And the best part of MDS Live?
Even though it is live, it is available 24/7. So that's the best thing.
Yes. And shortcoming? MDS Live?
Network problem, that's all.
Right. Great.
Sarkari problems.
Yeah.
Sarkari shortcoming.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Asna. Best wishes.
So this is the story of these toppers sitting with me after NEET MDS 2024. What is your story? This seat is waiting for you. So don't settle, don't stop.